Hello. And today we're going to be talking about 5 awesome ways to get more prospects interested in what you're saying, what you're talking about, and what does it have to do with them. When you stop and listen to someone for whatever reason, there is a reason. When it happens with you, what are the things that draw you, that cause you to want to stop and listen? And, I mean, to the point, there have been times that I've just kind of stood there and listened, depending on where I was. If I was at home, then I've stopped and, maybe I might be standing, and then the next thing you know, I'm grabbing a seat and I'm sitting down and I'm listening to something that I find interesting, that I find that's something that might be helpful to me or those that I love, those that I care about. And so there are things that we can talk about that would be helpful to those people that we consider prospects or persons that we want to help in whatever it is that they're going through. So, when you think about that, and please do think about that, what stops you? What stops your scroll if you're on the computer? What stops you to make you listen? If you're at home or someone else's home, which, in your bubble, that you can go and you're just kind of talking. You're just kind of listening rather. And it's something that grabs your attention and keeps it. Wouldn't that be awesome to be able to do that all the time with those people that we truly want to help? I see that for me as something that I want to accomplish and that I hope that I do when I do my lives. What do you think about that? Does that make sense? To be able to want to speak to more people? Because the more people that you can speak to and help with what you're saying, the more people are going to want to follow you. And it's going to be those people that resonate with you and that, relate to what it is that you're saying and actually have a feeling on the inside about what you're saying, and it kind of grips them. So I wanted to go over that today, but I just wanted to make sure that I give you a little bit of a background on that, of what I was talking about and why I think that's important for us to go over today. And before I go any further, I'd like to stop and introduce myself for those that I haven't had the pleasure of meeting. My name is Cherie Woodard, and I help business builders and entrepreneurs to be able to come online and to be able to use social media to get more prospects, leads, and sales in their businesses. And I do that in various ways. I don't have them all listed out on my page, but I do have some bullet points on my page that if you wanted to go look at that. But I'll tell you now: lead generation, attraction marketing, video marketing, as well as tips and strategies that are modernized for today, that are updated. They're not the same old things that we were doing that were not working for us, especially for those of us that have decided to come online, like me. And there are a lot of people out there like me. There are some people that are still doing well, doing it old school, but they are doing it online. And from what I've seen, some of the things are very irritating, very frustrating, because when I see stuff dropped on my page or dropped in my middle of whatever it is that I'm talking about, or whatever it is that I've posted, like I might say, like take for instance, my one of my mentors, in her birthday message, someone had wrote happy birthday in the comment, but they also said happy birthday, and I can't remember the exact words, but it's basically buy my stuff or join me. and it was just not the place for that. It was just not, in my opinion, and my humble opinion, it wasn't the right time. It wasn't the place for that to be happening. Um, Basically, I want to go on and get started. But before I do that, if you guys are here with me live, please let me know by interacting with me. You can put your questions, comments, your opinions in the chat, and the same thing on the replay. And I hope that this information that I delivered today is valuable. And I'm going to try to be very mindful of my time and yours, because I know that you could be doing better things than or other things than being here right now, especially depending on what's going on with you. So I'm going to go on and start into what I have here. So number one, I have my notes down here and notes over there and a little note down here. Just I'm trying to get used to still trying to grow into using my electronics and my tech stuff. That's eventually, I won't have as much paper because I got a load of paper. Anyway, number one, very important. When you are wanting to help someone and you're wanting to talk to them and give them something that's going to cause them to want to listen to what you're saying. I'm sorry, nose is itchy. Oh, if you're wanting to give them something that is going to really make them interested or have them want to hear what it is that you're saying, it has to be something about what's in it for them. So you want to look for, I have number one, know who you want to help. In knowing who you want to help, that allows you to be able to speak to those people. So you may be in a crowd, like we talked about the other day, noisy, but you can stand out in that crowd when you start to speak, because you're speaking to the pain points of those people that you may be similar to, the things that you've gone through. When you talk about pain points and then you know about them, you learn about them, so you know what it is that they need help with. And in that same vein, to be able to use solutions, to point them to a solution, to help them find a solution, that is going to cause someone to stop their scroll, especially if whatever it is that they see causes them to stop, especially if what it is that they hear and see causes them to stop, because it's something that just kind of grabs them. Like for me, there are certain things that grab me. One of the things, and it's not exactly about my pains and struggles, but one of the things that really grabs me and makes me happy and makes me smile are babies. Seeing babies, I just stop and I smile and I look. And if we're not in the what we're walking through, we're not allowed to really be going and touching other people's kids, but babies make me stop. Whatever, if I'm scrolling, a baby will make me stop scrolling. If I'm walking, a baby will make me stop walking and look at the baby. I love babies. I love their smile. I love that they're so precious. And okay, I'm taking a while. Let me move on. So in knowing who it is that you want to help, important to know about the pain points and struggles, important to know about what solutions you can provide, because if you're not saying what's in it for them, then people will leave. And then I have number two, as far as being able to know what to say and find what it is that's important to those people that you want to help, it's important to, number two, do research, to be able to go online. And I use Google and YouTube. I primarily am a Google user, but there are other can't think of the word, but there are other venues out there that you can use besides Google, YouTube. There are others, Pinterest, someone told me that they like, to use that as their search engine. That's the word I was looking for. Search engine. So there are several search engines out there, and you can use whichever one you want. But when I do my research and I'm online, that's usually where I go to. And then I gather information, read through it, and then I get my takeaways from it because I know it's going to help somebody that I want to help. And then I bring it back and then I put it in a live. And that's me. I like going live. A lot of people don't, but I do. I like being able to be upfront and be able to speak to those people that I really want to speak to and touch. I want you to know that I'm real. I want you to know that I'm really concerned about what it is that concerns you because I've been there and I want to help people to be able to come up from where they were, come up from like I came up from where I was. And so research is one of those important things. And like I said, Google, or you can do any other search engine that you want. Number 3, books, seminars, trainings. You get so much. I mean, I have so much information that I can share with others, but I also, in the books that I read, like Magnetic Sponsoring by Mike Dillard, a couple of years ago, I was reading that book and I got so much from it that I decided that I had to break it up and share it. And I shared it over a week of lives and just giving people information that I had found that I basically was aware of, but wasn't as aware. And I really did like the book. I've gone through seminars and webinars and trainings and our company conferences where I've come back with so much information that I just want to like share it with those people out there that are like me, that have gone through so much struggle and so much pain and frustration and just need a solution, just need someone to help them, point them in the right direction, or to be able to coach them, mentor them, help them to learn and grow in whatever it is that they want to do. Number 3, that was number 3. So number 4, modeling what you see. You don't have to always recreate the wheel. You can listen, like the information that I just shared. Listen, learn, grow from it, and then take that information that you got and model it. Don't copy it, because that's not a good thing to do, especially unless you're giving credit but you don't want to do something verbatim that someone else has done. So if you can then model that, or just bring your takeaways from what it was that you got from the training, from the seminar, from the book, then that's all good. And I usually, I love to give credit where credit is due, from the information that I get from people. A lot of times, some of the information that I get will come from some of my mentors. And I'll say this came from one of my mentors, and I really did, find this interesting and helpful. So I hope that it is to you, and give my takeaways to that. So that was number 4. Number 5, the things that you want to present or that you want to share with people would be along the lines of education, inspiration, motivation. I've got this all written down here because I knew I'd forget. Entertainment, lifestyle, and there's still like a couple that I've probably forgotten, but there's still, you can get an idea of what it is that you can share with others to help them to grow and learn, and to help them to have a better day. Inspiring somebody is one of the best things you can do for somebody. Motivation. I motivate myself. I believe motivation comes from the inside of us, but there are a lot of people that need someone to help motivate them. And so that's okay, to be able to do that. It's important to be able to, give people a laugh, You could post something funny, you know, you could say something funny, you can do something funny. I mean, we won, and this is another little story, but I was in the video challenge. It's been probably, gosh, maybe 6 months now or something like that, or maybe a little less. But I did this video challenge, and if I remember, it was last year, or yeah, towards the end of last year or the very beginning. I can't remember exactly, but I do know that there was this one lady on there, and she was so funny. She was always coming up with these, you know, you'd like go to her live, open it up and start to listen. And as you listen and look, you see her, like one day she was like a cow, a real cow, you know, and she was kind of like, and you could see her face off to the side, and she was just like, you know, talking, saying, yes, yes, it's me. And she would say her name, and she'd say, yes, and this is exactly what it looks like, you know. And I'm not going to do this for the whole video, but, you know, but her face is like off to the side, and I'm like cracking up. I mean, I actually have some tears in my eyes from just, you know, remembering that. I can look back on that and it just makes me laugh because she was so creative in her lives. She always did something that was outlandish or just kind of out there, which was so funny. And it really lifted me. It lifted my spirits, you know, because we aren't always perfect. You know, our days are rough sometimes, but it just was so funny just to do those, to see those videos and to hear what she had to say. And the information she shared was on point, you know. But it was funny. It was just one of those things. That's why I say it's not like you have to be stiff and staunch. Just be yourself and do the best that you can to give the information to those people that you want to help. So I hope that this information has been helpful for you. I'm not going to go through it and repeat it because I think I repeated everything as I did it after I did it. So we don't want to like beat you out with that. And so I'm going to go on and stop and not run over those things again. But I still am not seeing questions or comments in the chat at this point. I know people are busy. So if you want to drop something in there later, question, comment, opinion, I will answer you, as well as if you're doing it and you're on the recall. I hope that this information helps you, but I can answer you back either way, and I get notifications. So don't concern yourself about, oh man, I didn't get to really say anything or whatever. You can always come back and do that, and I will always answer you. Basically, that is all I had for today. So I'm going to do some housekeeping things real quick, the same things that I do just as reminders. So number one, remember to keep your notifications on so you know when I'm going live. Remember, we're still walking through this craziness that we're going through in this world right now. So follow the CDC guidelines as best you can to keep you, your family, your friends, and others safe. Remember, there are people out there that are still isolated, and that a phone call, text message, email, or even trying to get them on a Zoom might really brighten their spirits and lift their day. And as well as for those of you that pray, please continue to lift us in our world in prayer as we continue to walk through this stuff. But, you know, we're going to be okay. I truly believe that. And we're going to come out the stronger on the other side. So wherever you are in the world, no matter what time it is for you, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime, sleepy time, always make it the best that you can make it. Always be the best that you can be. God bless you. God keep you. And I hope that you have an awesome, awesome, and wonderful Friday, as well as a very awesome and blessed weekend. And I didn't realize that it was Mother's Day on the 9th because I just kept, you know, how they start advertising early. And I just thought it was one of those early things. But here it is, Sunday coming up. My mother is no longer here. She is in heaven. And but I'm a mother now. So, and I have several sisters. So anyway, Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there, and just have the best time that you can have. Have an awesome celebration. And I will talk to you soon. I will see you on Monday on another live with another topic. Talk soon. Bye now.